Good morning, students of class 9. Welcome back to the online class now. Let's continue our lesson in history, peasants and farmers. Now, so far we have studied about the peasant and farmers of England, peasant and farmers of America, USA, and now we are talking about the peasants and farmers of India during colonial rule, when the Britishers gained political power in India. Now the life cycle or the lifestyle of the people changed. Everything has radically changed. You can see that. So in our previous class we have talked about a lot of things about the colonizers used to trade with China. They used to purchase tea from China and they had nothing to sell in China. We have talked about that, and for that they required something to sell, and they find out that opium was the commodity. And now as the demand for opium grew in China, so they needed to grow more, and they have to persuade the Indian farmers to grow more opium. So now let's talk about where did opium come from then. So Indian farmers were, we are talking about in April previous class, Indian farmers were unwilling to grow opium for a variety of reasons, for various reasons. So we have talked about first and second reason. The first reason was it requires a good soil, and the farmers in the villages, they used to grow pulses near the village areas where the soil was fertile. Now they had to grow opium there and pulses somewhere else where the fertility of the soil was not good. So that was another reason. And second reason was the farmers, many of the farmers, they never had land. So they were landless laborers. So they did not have land. So they had to rent the land from or lease the land from landlords, and the taxes of the land were very high, especially near the villages. So they could not afford. And now third and fourth today we'll talk about. The third, the cultivation of opium was a difficult process. It requires a long hours of caring. So now the plant was delicate. First of all, the plant was very, very delicate, and farmers had to spend long hours looking after or taking care of those plants, opium plants. So that means if they spend all the time taking care of those opium plants or opium crop, they had no time, or they had very little time to look after other crops or look after animals or other farm animals. So now that's why the cultivation of opium was a difficult process. The plant required long hours of care, as well as they had no time for other crops to look after. That was the third reason. And now the fourth reason, the price paid by not the cultivators. Here something mistake over here. The price paid by the government. We have you can say colonizers or the British. The price paid by the colonizers for the opium they produce was very low. The price paid by the British government, the opium was produced by the cultivators and peasants, and the final product or the product was sold to the Britishers, and the British used to pay very, very little amount. So the price paid by the colonizers for the opium, the farmer produce was very, very low. It was unprofitable. They were at a loss. It was unprofitable for farmers. So to grow opium at that price, they refused. That's why, no, we are not ready to grow opium. because the price paid by the colonizers or the British government is very, very low. It's unprofitable. So we do not want to grow. It's a loss for us. Not only the loss, all the hard work goes to waste. So that's why there are 4 reasons why the Indian cultivators or peasants or farmers were unwilling to grow often. Now you have learned 4 reasons. Now here is 3.3. This was from 3.2. Now we will start with 3.3. How were the unwilling cultivators? Now after this there is a connection. How were the unwilling cultivators made to produce offing? Remember in class 9 we have learnt about Gomatsas. They used to pay advances. Previously the Gomatsas were from the villages, and later on the government appointed new Gomatsas from other areas, and they had no social link with the villagers. As it is, the farmers were not ready to grow offing, and these Gomatsas used to bring sepoys and beat the peasants, and they were forced to take the loans. Remember, you have learned in class 9. So now here previously in our previous class we have talked about, so how were the unwilling cultivators made to produce offing? So you see, through a system of advances. The people were given advance money. As it is, the poor people were poor. They never had seen such lot of money at one time. So the people, as it is, they wanted money for survival and to pay the tax. When the village headman or the Gomatsas, they began to provide advance money, they readily accepted. They never gave a second thought. They readily accepted. So you can see that through a system of advances, farmers were made to produce offing. Initially, the farmers accepted, and when the harvest time or after harvest, when the produce was sold, the money was very, very little they could receive, and in the next season or later on they refused, and at that time the new Gomatsas were appointed and they were beaten. So as there was large number of poor people, especially in Bengal and Bihar, so a large number of population were very poor in Bengal and Bihar at that time. So they needed money for survival. They needed money to pay the tax to the government. So for that reason, they accepted the money, hoping to grow opium and earn a little bit of profit. So you can see, these people never had enough money, especially those poor people who lived in Bihar and Bengal. They never had enough money to survive or to pay the tax to the government. So by 1780s, village headman, or we can call them Mahatos, local Gomatsas, they were called Mahatos. Village headman Mahato was providing money. Village headman was in contact with the Britishers. They had a relation with the Britishers. There was a close connection between the British officials and the village headman. So the British officials persuaded the village headman to provide loans to the people so that they can grow opium and they can export to China and earn more profit. The Britishers always wanted this. And the village headman was providing advance money to the villagers as advance to produce opium. Seeing the money, without giving a second thought, they readily accepted. But later on they repented. And in the later years, after many years, after few years back, later on they refused, because it was a loss for them. All their hard work will produce nothing, will just go in vain. So now this much for today. We will continue and receive in our next class. What happens after that? The village man was providing money to produce opium. Now let's see what happened after that. So this much for today. Stay safe and go through online portal every day. Many of the students are not going through the online portal and they will be missing all the classes. It will be difficult for them later on. They must be thinking it quite easy. Class 9 students, I can see them that they are not going through the online portal. They are taking it very easy. So it will be difficult for them. They will realize later on. So how difficult it would be. It's not like class 7, 8 and so on. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Whoever is watching, they will find it easy later on to answer whatever they want to do. But those who are not watching, they will find it very, very tough. This I am warning them.